The copper shipment is quality, Ea Nasir is rolling in his grave right now, and finally we got the Age of Bronze mode after so many years, and in a couple of days you're gonna get to experience this. So just a quick disclaimer, it's a YouTube build. What you're gonna see on release is gonna be the same with the difference of a couple of missing unit assets or unit cards actually being added. So there's gonna be a time skip if you don't want to hear about some interesting things about the campaign. Otherwise, sit back for a minute and just enjoy the historical accuracy that the mod team has done. All the provinces, historically accurate names. On the launch, the Hittite and Egypt playable, but expect pretty much everything to be playable, but you didn't hear that from me. And the Hittites are in a little bit of a trouble here. Historically, the Kashkians, Nairi, Ayasha, massive problems from the north. Arzawans and other Luvians hate our guts. Ugarit betrayed Egypt to become our friend. Isn't that just amazing? But we also have to deal with the kingdom of Mitanni. The Hatti are not looking good. But we're gonna make this work in this legendary challenge because Mama didn't raise no bitch and because the Hittite struggle historically was extremely legendary. And if you want to find out more about that historical military Hittite stuff in a few days, I'm gonna have an amazing video for you. So look at all these new unit cards. The family tree is awesome, even the career titles like Gal Meshedi, it's all historical. The mod team put a great amount of effort in. So let's get into the gameplay now. Hatusha, we're gonna start building some sanitation. We want the growth and the future sanitation. Nothing yet for now, I got a plan. We're gonna rule historically like the Hittites did through client kingdoms, and we're just gonna destroy everybody on Legendary. That's our main plan here. We're gonna get our king ready to recruit some mercenaries, as crazy as that sounds from turn 1, and we're gonna recruit some Anatolian mob. And get ready for the destruction that turn 2 and 3 will bring. Uh-oh, Ugarit and Kizuatna went to war? That's bad if Ugarit loses. If they win, we can trade. That's great for me. Okay, Kashkians still not declaring war on me. Interesting, I thought they would be out for Hittite blood. Let's march the general to the faction leader. Let's pick all the units. Let's merge and disband because we really don't want to pay the extra upkeep. And let's upgrade all of our equipment because we're in a town that has metalworking. Arzavans are not gonna see what's coming next, and you know what? I don't care, they deserve what's coming. Here's a little fun historical fact. When you look at the mercenaries here, you actually have Greeks, and there's a very good reason for that. Historically, by the mid and late Bronze Age, the Greeks actually established colonies in Western Asia Minor, and they frequently supported anti-Hittite rebellions, so pretty cool, right? Okay, let's take the Arzawans out by surprise, nobody saw this coming. And it's a pretty easy auto-resolve. We take the easy battles. I'm not gonna complain. Liberate the faction. What do we have here? And it's Sheha. Great, we have an ally. Can we recruit something good? Well, you know what? Let's just recruit these murder machines. I don't care about the upkeep. We need all the help we can get versus the Arzawans for now. The oaths of service have been repeated, the soldiers are getting ready for war, and now we're gonna get ready to research some growth and sanitation. Let's see, yeah, this is perfect, wealth administration. Let's see, Kashkians are still not attacking, interesting, so I think they're, for the first time in recorded history, leaving the Hittites in peace. It's almost like they know what's coming towards them. And yeah, let's keep marching for the Greeks after we decide here. So, we're gonna expand the city, and we're gonna build city barracks so we can recruit some better infantry, because we do not want the mobs, okay? As we continue our march in western Anatolia, we see the Arzawans ready at Milawata, or Milawanda depending on the source, which would also be known as Miletus. Yes, this was a Greek colony, essentially. Their troops are low, we've got superior quality for sure. Do we need any more mercenaries? Nah, for now, I think we'll be just fine. Troy? Hello? Do you really want to do this? Dude, I'm not a Brad Pitt. Why are we making the Trojan War a thing now? Wait, what? Dudes, we had great relations. Oh my god. Oh. Okay, Hittites are about to get history.com. It's looking good, boys, it's looking good. Okay, they're suffering a plague. Yeah, serves them right, traders, and soon they're gonna be dead. Don't worry, not just from the plague, but from my intervention. Soon we can recruit better troops, but now let's get ready to destroy our enemies in Milawata. Recruiting some bowmen just to fill up the army counts, and it's time for slaughter. Encouraged by their king, the Hittite levies are marching towards the enemy. Shields raised, they endure a volley of projectiles as they collide with the enemy line. Their job is not to kill, their job is to die gloriously for the king and hold their lines as best as they can. Our archers are outnumbered, but they manage to hold their own as much as they can and try to inflict casualties on the enemy line. The king's chariots are uncontested and they manage to get devastating charges into the enemy archers, slingers, and even the rear of the spearmen. On the left flank, the heavily armored Greek mercenaries and Anatolian nobles are holding off against a swarm of enemy units, unrelenting. A breakthrough has been made, and the Levy axemen march to aid the nobles and try to collapse on the enemy. After bitter fighting, our troops reach the city center, almost dropping dead from exhaustion. The enemy has been shattered, and this city is ours in the name of the Hittite king. That was a bloody battle, even against such an underwhelming enemy army, but hey, it's legendary, the battles take long. It was a recap, and let's subjugate them, the true Hittite fashion. Our king leveled up, but we don't care about that now. Let's look at how much they hate us. Yeah, they absolutely hate us, but they're a satrapy. They should not be able to revolt. As far as I'm concerned, this is a win. We have to prepare for the clash with Troy though, so let's get some Anatolian mobs here. No mercenaries for now. We really need to take our best. These guys are gonna plague to death, okay? They're just gonna die. We need to take care of Troy. Hello? I just met you and this is crazy, but why did you declare war on me? Oh, yeah, you hate me. You're Greek and I'm Hittite, of course. Well, maybe it's your own death sentence, buddy. I don't know what you just signed. I liberated you. We're in great relationship, and why do people hate Hittites? Do they hate us because they ain't us? I don't even know, man. The Trojan War is just gonna have to wait a little bit as we march to confront our former friends, which decided to shove a giant knife in our back. Isn't just that the Luvian way? Yeah, I think so. Meanwhile, Hattusha is pretty fine, but for now we have nothing to build, and soon we have to get our defenses ready, cause you never know when the Kashkians attack. Okay, the first good thing to come out of this so far? A lot of money in trade. I'm not gonna look a gift Trojan horse in the mouth, so let's go for this. Let's recruit some more Greek mercenaries and let's march to subjugate our former friends, who at this point, yeah, the plague was the most merciful thing happening to them. The Hittites marched towards their enemy and laid a forest ambush. The light infantry sprung from the trees and charged the enemy while chariots rolled downhill to surprise them. The Hittite levies were trying to hold back the waves of Luvians desperately. Meanwhile, the Greek mercenaries were an immovable wall on both sides of the battlefield. In the forests, light infantry clashed, brother against brother, Luvian versus Hittite. The king's chariots crashed into the enemy ranks like the thunder of Tarhunah himself, both destroying the skirmishing troops and doing many rear charges into the backs of the enemy. Savage fighting continued until both armies were exhausted and they were still forced to push on. Having won the forest engagement, the Hittites charged the flanks of the Luvians, and the archers also unleashed their deadly volleys into their backs. The Hittite nobles fought their Luvian counterparts and they barely stood their ground, with many of them being cut down. The king's final charge broke the enemy ranks and they all started abandoning the battlefield in panic, except the Greeks. They would not break even under pressure from all sides thanks to their durable shield wall, but in the end they were all cut down to a man. Only the dead have seen the end of war. But the Hittites emerged victorious, and calling this bloody would be an understatement. The bloody battle was won, and the rebellious Ungrateful Luvians were once again subjugated to the might of the Hittites. Anatolia is in constant war, and things are about to get really spicy. I hope you enjoyed this preview of the Age of Bronze campaign on Legendary. Stay tuned for more shenanigans and historical videos. Until the next time...